record. Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Adenero Bamishai, and I have singular privilege of leading tonight's discussion on this topic, building a business that wins. If I'm to take a quick census of people who desire to succeed in business, I believe there will be no one left without raising their hands, and this reminds me of a quote I once stumbled on in a book many years ago. And the quote reads that desire to succeed is an indication that you can succeed. But after reading that book and reading some other books and seeing people's life, and especially those who have succeeded, it dawned on me that desire to succeed is never enough to succeed. You need to add action. Yes, the person says it's a desire. Desire to succeed is an indication. It is not an evidence that you have succeeded. It is an indication that you can succeed. And that says, or that suggests strongly, that one should not just stop at the level of desire. It means you need to add action. And tonight we want to look at a few things that we need to use to spice up our business and live and move forward and start winning. A lot of businesses are struggling today, not because people who sit on the arms of affairs are not good people. It is just because they have not paid attention to certain skills. Some people call it soft skills, and some of them are in that graphic that is displayed on the screen. One, you have critical thinking, you have mentoring, you have adaptability, ability to adapt when changes come, you have leadership, you have time management. A lot of people are very good at their work, but they waste too much time over a particular task. There is stress management. Nigeria, especially Lagos, is where Lagos looks like the headquarters of stress. If you are sleeping and by 7:30 you have not woken up, there's this guilt that just overwhelms you in the morning. And a lot of people find it so difficult to deal with. There's also conflict management. But what we are looking at today is, again, building a business that wins. And if I ask you, are you interested in building a business that wins? I'm sure I will get the answer yes. My introduction reads, people are the lifeblood of any business. People are the lifeblood of any business. See, whatever business you are doing, I believe strongly that you are in it because you want to meet people's needs. You want to meet people's needs. You are not in business because you just want to display, you want people to be seeing your face. You are not in business because you want to show that, yes, you have a space. You are not in business because you want to show off your aesthetics. You want to show off the beauty of your office. No, you are in business because you want to meet people's needs. You are in business because you want to meet a need. Whether you are dealing with clients, staff, or partners, your ability to relate with people matters a lot. Your ability to relate matters a lot. And tonight we are going to be exploring some why people need to develop people's skills, why we need to develop people's skills. And really, these skills are not negotiable for entrepreneurs. They are non-negotiable for entrepreneurs. And the question is, what are people's skills? These skills are also known as interpersonal or soft skills, and some of them are listed below. One is communication. Communication simply is passing a message across to another person. You are passing a message across, you are making your intention known to somebody. And in the world of communication, they will tell you communication is not effective until when the desired message and the received message are the same thing. You understand? So communication is one of the soft skills that you must develop as an entrepreneur, as a business person, or if you desire to succeed in business. Second is empathy. Again, like I said, you are not in business because you want to show off. You are in business because you want to meet needs. And To succeed in business, you need to develop these people skills, and that is what empathy. Empathy is your ability to put yourself in people's shoes, to wear people's emotion, to wear people's perspective, and respect it. Thirdly, is emotional intelligence, knowing the boundary, see and being able to read non-verbal cues, seeing the person's tone and knowing that, okay, I'm getting to the limit. I need to stop here. You understand? Maybe you are discussing with somebody and along the line, you see that the person is about flaring off. As somebody who has developed the interpersonal soft skills, you'll be able to sense that and withdraw. You'll be able to sense that and know where to step on the brake. The next is teamwork. Whether you like it or not, your ability to manage your team or work in a team will go a long way in influencing how much you will succeed. Teamwork, teamwork. Next, conflict resolution. My grandma of blessed memory would often say this thing in Yoruba. I'll try to interpret it. It means you cannot walk without the head shaking or moving, and it is to put in context, you cannot lead an organization or you cannot do business without having disagreement. You either disagree with clients, you disagree, but you have to find a way to reach a compromise. Even during political seasons, you see that there are a lot of disagreement, conflict here and there. But when it comes to politics, you still see politicians come together. They find a way to resolve their conflict. These skills are crucial for managing relationships and influencing outcomes, and they go a long way in influencing our business. Again, you see one, effective communication on that graphic. You see active listening, emotional intelligence, teamwork, negotiation, conflict resolution. 7, leadership skills. 8, social skills. These skills are essential. They are very, very important. Why people's skills matter in business? Number one is because they help you to build trust with customers. When you can relate to people, when they see that this person is emotionally intelligent, this person is empathetic, this person listens, this person can communicate well, there's a way it helps you to build trust with your customers. Somebody once reached out to me some time ago that they needed to get some stuff, and as we got talking, the person said it was how I was able to explain to them that really won their heart. And I was like, really? And sometimes I try to I intentionally try to test this skill. Why? Because I realized that it has helped me in many ways. It has helped me in many ways. Secondly, it helps to improve team performance and morale. You would see that you get to some organization and so people can literally kill themselves for the leader. Why? Because that leader has been able to communicate the vision of that organization to them, and their morale has been boosted. Sometimes you watch football matches and you see that the team that was not performing well in the first half suddenly comes in the second half, and you are like wondering, is this not the same team that played? What happened? The coach has been able to boost the team's morale by what? By how the coach communicated with them during the halftime. Thirdly, it helps to increase client retention and loyalty. Many people they have one-time customers today, not because they don't have quality product or quality service. No, because they did not develop their soft skills, because they did not sharpen their people skills. Maybe you just feel it's just about collecting money. No, business is more than that. What you are doing is more than that. It is more than collecting money. It is more than being paid. It is value you are exchanging. And you must be able to retain your customer. You must be able to retain your customers. You must be able to retain your clients and win their loyalty for as long as possible. People skill is also important because it helps to boost leadership effectiveness. Check out leaders today. You'll see that they have excellent people skills. Excellent people skills. Leaders who are doing exceptionally well. These are some of the skills that they have demonstrated effectively. These are the skills that they have demonstrated effectively. Communication is the foundation of anything good. In relationship, they will tell you you must keep the line of communication open. If you are having disagreement, communicate. If you are happy, communicate. Don't do without communication. Even in a relationship with our maker, we must learn to communicate. We must communicate. They call it prayer, but really prayer is communication. It's communication with the supernatural, communication with your maker. And while communicating, you must choose these things because they are very important. One, you must choose clarity over complexity. Communication is not that you can weave words together, you can blow big grammar. I remember this lawmaker, what's his name now, Obaya. A lot of people found it difficult understanding whatever it is that he was saying because it was too complex, making simple things look complex. As an entrepreneur, as a business person, you must learn to communicate effectively by communicating with clarity. Choose clarity over complexity. Secondly, tailor your message to your audience. Whoever you are communicating, if, for example, you are in the wellness space, the way you communicate with a medical doctor or a medical professional is not the same way you will communicate with somebody who is not educated or who has no background in medicine. You understand? That is why, for example, when people go for consultation in the hospital, you see doctors still try to break some of those things down so that the patients understand what they are trying to say. Thirdly, your non-verbal cues. They are very, very important. For you who is speaking and the recipient of that message, you must pay attention to the non-verbal cues. If, for example, you are speaking, your tone is very important. Your tone, your gesture, your eye contact. Are you? It is said that one of the things that some embassies use is your ability to have eye contact with the person who is interviewing you. You know, that is very, very important. As a matter of fact, some people will tell you that that is how they know if you are lying or telling the truth. Your ability to maintain eye contact. It speaks a lot about your confidence. It speaks a lot about your belief in what you are saying. And the next is listen to understand and not just reply. If you are in the sales business or whatever career path you are, you must develop the capacity and the ability to listen and listen effectively. Listen to understand. Listen not just to reply. Listen to understand first before you get to reply. These things in communication are essential and they are very, very important. Another very important skill that you must develop is emotional intelligence. I mentioned that earlier. And emotional intelligence simply includes this thing. That's self-awareness, awareness about yourself, knowing your limits, knowing what triggers you, and knowing how to keep yourself away from it, which is self-regulation. Knowing how to regulate yourself, knowing your limits, and knowing how not to get there at all, knowing how to motivate people and even how to motivate yourself. You know, the best kind of motivation is the one that comes from within. You must know how to motivate yourself. You must know how to motivate others. Empathy, I mentioned that earlier also, your ability to understand and put yourself in other people's perspective and social skills. It is said that EQ, which is emotional intelligence, is often more important than IQ in leadership. That's intelligence quotient. In leadership and team management, you must your emotional intelligence in leadership is extremely important. Extremely important. Team building and collaboration. As a leader, as a business person, you must develop the capacity, apart from or building a team, you must develop the capacity to collaborate. Somebody says that collaboration is the new currency. If you cannot collaborate, your days in business are numbered. If you cannot collaborate, your days in business are numbered. Appreciate diverse perspectives. It is very, very important. The taste somebody else is bringing is different. The flavor somebody else is bringing is different. Welcome other flavors. Welcome other flavors. That is why, for example, when somebody authors a book or when they do something creative, they want people to critique. They want people to critique because they understand that other people's perspective is very, very important. Other people's perspective is very, very important. Secondly, create inclusive environment. Let the environment be inclusive. Let other people be able to contribute without fear. Let them be able to add value without fear. Don't let them be intimidated. Nobody is an island of knowledge. Everybody perspective is only different. Somebody would say that nobody is wrong. What we are saying is just what makes the difference. Thirdly, promote a shared vision. Let everybody have a take in the vision. Let them understand where they are heading. And also learn to delegate. Delegate. If you are doing a team business, learn to delegate. If you have staffs, learn to delegate. Help them build capacity. It helps them build confidence because it is not every day that you will be available. What about the days when you are not available? It is very, very important. Managing conflicts conversation or difficult conversation, I beg your pardon. There are some things that are difficult to say, but you must say them anyway. You must find a creative way to say them. It is said that if you want to how do I put it now? If you want to tell or break the news of somebody's demise to their loved ones, there is a creative way to go about it. You don't just say it anyhow. Don't just say it anyhow. So you must managing difficult conversations include preparing mentally and emotionally. Preparing mentally and emotionally. You must be prepared mentally. You must be prepared emotionally. Secondly, you have to stick to facts. Stick to facts and not assumptions. Stick to facts. If somebody is sick, for example, I remember somebody seeing a doctor some time ago, and they were asking, have you had the history of ulcer? When the person complained, said that I'm healed. No, we are not asking if you are healed or not. Have you had the history of ulcer? The person said yes. Say, okay, the reason we are asking whether you are healed or not, we just want to know so that what we will prescribe for you, we will know how to prescribe it because it helps to guide. So you have to stick to the fact and not assume. Also, stay calm and respectful. Some clients, some customers can be very offensive, but you still have to maintain your cool. You still have to maintain your calmness and respect them. You still have to respect them. Also, aim for resolution and not victory. It is not about who wins. It is all about how we are able to resolve amicably so that nobody goes feeling offended. People skills and customer relations. People skills also very important in customer relation. Like I mentioned earlier, one, customer service starts with connection. You must find a way to first connect. And I say that connection with emphasis. You must find a way to first connect with your customers before you sell to them. Connect with them. Be creative. It can be very demanding, but you must find a way to connect with them. I was sharing, I think, earlier today with people who were present at our meeting that there is a particular client, the person reached out to me for months, and I've been trying to, how far the person made the inquiry, and I've been trying to follow. This person is not, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. And one day like that, I just sent a message to the person, and it had to do with what the person uh, posted on their status, and voila, the person replied after a long time. I was like, really? And since then the conversation has picked up a little bit. Okay. And I now know, okay, I should not be too pressy with um the person's inquiry. I'm like, okay, I just left the person for a while, but apart from that, I've been trying to connect, and the person told me they were on a trip. When she's back, she was going to return. I prayed for her. Have a safe trip, enjoy, all of those outside of business. Again, respond and don't react. Don't let the way people talk to you be the basis on which you will respond, you will reply to them. Don't react. Don't react. If you feel offended, pause. Take a deep breath before you respond. You understand? Thirdly, handle complaints with grace. See complaints as feedback and as a means to get better. See complaints as feedback and as a means to get better. When people complain, it's not because they hate you or they hate what you do. No, they are giving, some people can be very blunt with their feedback. And when they are giving you feedback, welcome the feedback with grace. Don't feel offended. Build loyalty through relationships. Away from people they are even patronizing you or becoming your client. Apart from that, go beyond that. Build relationship with them. They have more value than what to offer you than what they want to get from you. Find creative way to spice up that relationship with people who have patronized you before or people who have made the inquiry. People like gifts, for example. You can give gifts. You can watch out for their WhatsApp status. Maybe on their birthday, you can celebrate them creatively. You can connect with them. If they have businesses, you can help promote their business. Sometimes I just, out of the blues, check somebody's WhatsApp status and I reshare their status. You understand? I've reshared. There's this person, a friend who was supposed to make some, he was owing me, I was supposed to have made payment, but he didn't pay. And I'd been following my money, but it wasn't forthcoming. So on that particular day, I just saw something on the status of the business and I reshared. And that thing touched him. I was like, you are a good person. I was like, wow, really? So these are some of the things that you do to help you sharpen your people skills and customer relations. Practical ways to develop people skills. One is read books on communications and emotional quotient or emotional intelligence. Read books. If you can't read, if you are too busy to read books, listen to CDs or go on YouTube. There is, what is it called now? There is ChatGPT. A quick one. It can list for you. You ask ChatGPT, you prompt it, it lists, you read. Personal development. Practical ways to develop people skills. You have to read books. I remember during one of my previous jobs, there was a particular time when the environment was very, very, very difficult. We had tried everything, prayed, put in all the skills. At some point, I had to get a book. I can't remember. I think the title is How to Deal with Difficult People. I read that book and I learned a lot from it. I can't even remember the name of the author now, but I tried everything. Secondly, practice active listening in daily conversation. Try to listen. Try to listen. One of the difficult ways I learned this was during my undergraduate days. A very close friend had just ranted in my ears, said all kinds of things, and the next thing I was going to do was to advise. And guess what? She shunned me. She said, I did not ask for your advice. I just needed you to listen. That day I learned it in a bitter way. Like, so somebody can just say everything and all they want you is not to say anything. So it is not every time that you respond. Sometimes all you have to do is to ask questions as they are, as the person is explaining. Ask questions. Okay, this. Sometimes when somebody is making an inquiry or they want to get product from me, for example, one of the things I do is to be asking questions. And somebody was recently, somebody was saying, "Are you a doctor?" I said, "No." I said, "Why do you ask?" Because of some of these questions you are asking. I said, "No, I just needed to know so that I can recommend accordingly or know what to assist with." Next, seek feedback on your interpersonal approach. Sometimes you need to ask people, for example, after a presentation, how was my presentation? For example, after conversation, you can ask, hope you understood what I said. Get feedbacks. Get feedback. They are very, very important. Next is attend workshop, attend seminars. They are very, very important. Outside your field, attend seminar. They help to sharpen your communication skills. Have something of value to share. Have something of value to share, and because this meeting is put together by an organization that really emphasizes this value sharing, I'm going to be sharing quickly some of or one of the values or a few of the values that we have to share. As somebody who is into communication and somebody who is into adding value, when I saw this opportunity, I quickly embraced it. Why? Because I saw it as another platform through which I can add value to people. And since I embraced it, many people who have been following what I've been doing over the years followed me into this business, followed me into buying what I have to say. Again, building relationships. Again, sharpening your interpersonal. Sometimes when people share certain things with me, I'm like, how come me? And these things are very, very important. And this community is called Global Synergia. Global Synergia is global. In this meeting, we have some people who are in Nigeria, some people are in Lagos, some people are outside Nigeria. But regardless of wherever we are a community. We are global minded people. This is where we leverage on the power of collaboration and synergy. And we allow this fuel our mission to spread wealth, wellness, and wisdom across the globe. Wherever we are, wherever we find ourselves, these are the three key pillars. And these three key pillars often form the basis of how and why we relate with people and how we connect with them. Wealth, wellness, and wisdom, these three key pillars, which I'll still come to later on. And we are a vibe, we are not just an organization, we are a vibrant community, underline that word, dedicated to harnessing collective strength of diverse talents and ideas for a brighter future. Everybody needs somebody. And in this community, we have realized, we have come to terms with that, and we are not taking it for granted. Again, our three key pillars: wealth creation, wellness through natural products, and digital knowledge. These things are very, very important to us. Digital knowledge, wisdom, very, very important. And that is why, for example, we are doing this. What we are doing here is not just about our business, it's about developing our capacity. It's about developing our capacity. And that is the place of wisdom. Wellness, which is what I'll be moving to next, and wealth. For us, we believe that you can be healthy and wealthy. And you should not make money and now use the money to be chasing good health. You can have both. There's a place in the Bible that says, I wish above all things that you prosper, even as your soul prospers. So even God himself wants us to prosper in health and in wealth. And if those three key pillars are not enough, and you are okay, Again, this community is made up of people or made for people who are willing to explore new avenues for extra income. We have come to a space where extra income is no longer an option. Is no longer a suggestion, rather. It's no longer, yes, it's no longer an option. It is now mandatory. Somebody was sharing with me a few days ago that he now has nothing less than 6 sources of income. So, my dear, how come you are still relying on just 2 or 3 where somebody else has 4? Even that chair you are sitting on has 4 legs. We suggest that the minimum you should have is 4 so that you will be sitting well, so that you will stand well. Secondly, if you are open to exploring digital product creation and sales, this is a community that you should be a part of. Thirdly, if you are interested in participating in a community of like-minded individuals focused on personal and professional development, this is a community that you should embrace and join. 4, if you are looking for a platform for collaboration and the potential to generate income in a flexible and dynamic manner, this is the community to belong to. I shared with somebody a few weeks ago that in this business, one of the very interesting things is that you can be in Kaduna, for example, and ask somebody to help you sort an order in Lagos, and you get you get your money, and everybody enjoys a win-win interaction. This is that business that allows you to do that. This is that community that allows you to do that. 5, people who are interested in spreading wealth, wellness, and wisdom. If you're interested in any of this, this is the community to be a part of. And really, in this community, I've mentioned wellness, I've mentioned wealth, I've mentioned wellness, I've mentioned wisdom. Now, I want to dwell a bit on the wellness. I said wellness through natural products. One of the means through which we are propagating the gospel of wellness is through natural products. COVID-19 made the need for us to boost our immunity very obvious. It was during COVID that a lot of people began to understand what really and how important immunity boosting is. And since then, many people have not taken their immunity boosting for granted. As a matter of fact, it was said during that period that if your immunity was okay, if your immunity was strong, you had a higher chance of surviving COVID, even if you got infected. And this product has the capacity to help you boost your immunity, number one. It helps you detox. If I ask how many people have detoxed in the last few months, a lot of people cannot remember the last time they detoxed their system. Some people will tell you they sleep, they wake up very tired. They sleep, they can't sleep deep. They sleep and they are wondering, is it that I was busy uh, um, cutting wood while in my dreams? Some people eat and they find it difficult to digest. They find it difficult to move their bowels. In this space, we have products that can help you do these things. And the products you are seeing are products that have been tested, certified, they have the required certification, and they are produced at the highest quality. Somebody was saying that, come, this your packaging is something else. Is it just agbo? I tell the person, no, this is not agbo. This is a carefully manufactured product that is backed by research. And if you see some of the ingredients, you have cogomic, copilosa, you have Boteria umbellata, you have Overia chame, you have Senna alata, and you have Colocitris citrulose. These are some of the constituents or ingredients that have been used to put together to produce this product. And the herbal bitters you are seeing there is the flagship product, which today has traveled across nothing less than 20 countries. Within and outside the shores of Nigeria, within and outside the shores of Africa. And people are doing this and they are making money. And our products are designed in such a way that you have what you can use on a daily basis. Now you can see there is body care product, that gives, you see some people in this community, they are glowing. These are some of the things they are using. This is the, in quotes, Sabadewe that a lot of people are using. You see people looking, they are glowing. It's because they are taking care of themselves with this amazing product. And the products have been designed in such a way that they meet different needs. For example, you can see the cardiovascular health pack. We have many other packs. You have infection pack, you have fibroid, you have female wellness pack, you have I've mentioned fibroid, you have for hypertension, we have different packs. And if you are saying, okay, there's nothing wrong with you, if it's just to detox, to sleep well, we have amazing products. We have the Reader Herbal Bitters, you have the cleanser, you have the fat burner, you have the restore for female, you have fire for men. We have the personal care products. We have the body wash, we have the body lotion, the body butter, we have the balm. Our products are amazing products that help, that you can use on a daily basis. I am here to see somebody who will either not take their bath with soap, or somebody, at least if you can't take your bath with soap, you will cream. If you don't cream, you will cream, either cream your body or cream your hair, and that suggests that these are some of the, this makes really, it makes good sense. For example, if you are the tea type, we have different variants of tea. As a matter of fact, we have about 4. We have the trim, we have the heart tea, we have the calm tea, we have the eucalyptus tea, and these teas are amazing. These teas are amazing. Because of time, I will not be able to run through those teas one after the other. But what I'm saying is, regardless of the space that you are, you can find a product to fall in love with in this community. And one very interesting thing is, as you decide to get the products, and we often recommend that you get the products in pack and not just in pieces. You understand? Not just buy 1 bottle, 2 bottle. No, buy minimum of a pack. Let's say a month pack, for example, which we call the customer loyalty pack. What that does for you is that it plugs you into a system. One, it makes you a member, we call it affiliate membership of this community, that helps you on subsequent purchases or subsequent orders of, if you do a minimum, to earn nothing less than 20%. But that's if you are coming with the list pack. But if you decide to go for the highest pack, which we often recommend for people, you get 25% on subsequent purchases. You understand? And if you decide to recommend the product to somebody, and if I ask us today, how many of us have recommended something, either phone, either clothes, either gadget, either TV or car? A lot of us would have recommended even hairdressers to people. But how many of us have been rewarded for doing so? How many of us have been rewarded for doing so? In this community, we don't take referrals for granted. And that is why we have different categories of referral bonuses. We have the category of the 20%, which is the bronze pack. If it's silver, you have 21. If it's VIP, it's 25. May I enjoy that VIP? That, for example, I'm recommending, let's say, a 500K pack worth of product to somebody, or pack to somebody, and I'm getting it. What is the 5% of 500K? That's like 125. For you to know that I've earned it. I'm not too good in math, but because I've earned it, I know the figure. These are very interesting opportunities that this community has made provision for. And if I ask people who have benefited from this to raise up their hands, you'll see a number of people. I think about a week ago, precisely last week Wednesday, somebody was going to place order for a product, and when she placed the order, when I did the calculation for her and how much she earned, she was really excited. She was really, really excited. And really? And what she earned, in fact, what she did was less than the 500K pack. But what the person, yes, who was making that subsequent purchase earned was about 80 something K. And she was really amazed. She really liked it. That's way more than with minimum wage. I think minimum wage is about 75K or so. Person was earning 80 something thousand, just like that, passive income. And one thing that this community does is that we encourage and appreciate effort. And in doing so, there are different levels of rank that have been created, that as apart from this 25% that I mentioned, you are also being recognized in terms of rank. Just like you have promotion when you are in your place of work. Let's say you are a civil servant, for example, you have up to, I think, level 17 or 18. In this community, when you change rank, and rank simply is simply put, is when you are helping to build the community, when you are helping to grow the community, when you are producing leaders. Again, remember I mentioned earlier mentoring leadership. When you are helping to mentor others, when you are helping others to live a healthier life, the company is saying, as you are doing that, we are paying attention. As you are helping us to open more branches, we are paying attention. And as you attain certain levels, we'll begin to do what? We'll begin to recognize and reward you. And the first reward, or the first rank, which is courts, there are hundreds of people, hundreds of courts already. What the company will do is reward you with $150. Our dollar expect that 1,000. So just multiply 150 by 1,000, 150. If I say I dash you 150, will you smile or not? The second rank is amethyst. Now, let me pause and ask if you have attained, based on the number of courses you have achieved, just type. If it's one course, type one. If it's two courses, type one in twice. If it's three courses, type one 3 times. If it's four, type one 4 times. If it's five, you have people who have done, there's somebody who has done 9. There are people who have done more than 5 courses. Don't worry, I will not mention your name. And secondly, we have amethyst. For amethyst, the company says if you have a cumulative of 20 PV, so PV is simply point value. That's the capacity of your team. You understand? You either get a gift of laptop or $600, which is equivalent of 600K. We have people who have also attained that. So it is not gainsaying. Thirdly, rank. The third rank is topaz. So far, I think we have about 4 people, correct me if I'm wrong, who have attained this. As a matter of fact, somebody just did a few days ago, and today, the person, how do I put it now? The person celebrated during our meeting and entertained us. There was refreshment. So, well, whoever attains that rank, comes for the meeting and they provide refreshment. It's just a way of celebrating and sharing your joy with others. The next rank is emerald. That is what we are eagerly waiting for. How does 4.5 million sound in your ears in this economy? 4.5 million. Somebody type 4.5 million. And the Ruby director, 10,500. Multiply that one by 1,000. That's 10.5. And you have the next 30, you have the next 60, and so on and so forth. Again, because of my time, I may not be able to give details of all of these things. But what I'm saying is, again, like I said earlier, there are different entry packs. Now, apart from the one-time membership fee you are going to pay, which we call affiliate registration fee, which is 5,000, you can now choose which of the packs you want. Is it a pack of 500K, which is what I usually recommend. However, if you can't do the 500K, you can choose a convenient entry point for yourself and do what? Upgrade. There's somebody who has, he started from the bronze pack, 3 bronze packs. Today, he will complete the upgrade of one of his accounts. And when I told him what he will be earning when he completes the upgrade, he was really excited. I was like, so I need to do the second account. The person has 3 accounts. You understand? And that's what we usually encourage, that you have multiple accounts so that you can increase your earning capacity. So you don't just increase your emotional, your intelligence quotient. You don't just increase you don't just sharpen your people skills. You also sharpen your money making skills. That is a lecture for another day. So my final thought here tonight is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It's a quote by Theodore Roosevelt. Now, there are many people that you have met that some might have died and may still have been alive till date if maybe you had shared this opportunity with them. Some people slept and never woke up. Maybe their blood pressure shot up. Some people, maybe cardiac arrest. There's a story of somebody whose blood pressure suddenly shot up in the middle of the night. And what saved that person was a bottle, not even up to a bottle, just sip of reader. And today, the person is alive and grateful. We have countless stories of people who have tried IVF, people who have been trying to conceive for years, but they came across these our products. Today, we have recorded nothing less than 200 babies. I close with this. Somebody came to our meeting today and the lady shared that for just 2 weeks of using reader bitters, the menstrual cramp she has been suffering from over the years has literally disappeared, has reduced to the barest minimum. And she said, coming to that meeting today, she was on, but she was not feeling any discomfort. So I'm calling you to join an opportunity to be a part of this community. What we share is more than buying and selling. What we share is a community that is big enough to accommodate you, big enough to help you grow as a person and as a business. And for again, let me throw this. If you become a member of this opportunity, one of the things you can do for your immediate community is, for example, do a free health talk. We have seasoned professionals who are willing to come and provide the necessary support and help you facilitate. And in the process of doing that, you are propagating the gospel of this business, and you can never tell who you are helping by doing so. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Ade Niro Pamishai. I will stop sharing my screen now so that you can see my face. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Some people joined while after I started. So I just want to appreciate. Let me see how fast I can run through. I just have less than 2 minutes before I close. Okay. Madam Bumi Jokun, Diana Onilola, that's D Baby, Bumai D Baby, Madam Felicia Olubusola, that's legend. Doctor, I know, I see you. There's Joy Sam. Joy Sam, thank you for joining. Olabisi, do we have any guests? Olabisi Adebayo, Olayemi Owolabi, Rashidat Paul Bola. Then there's Sam Adebayo. I think I know. Samuel Adebayo. I think you are from Ibadan, right? So Ibadan, get ready. We are coming to Ibadan ending of November. ending of November, and it's going to be super amazing. So start getting ready for us, Ibadan. We are coming to you. Any guest? I heard Rashidat Paul Bola is a guest, and I hope you stop being a guest from this moment. So I want you to reach out to the person who invited you. Ask the person, I want to confirm the lie that this man just said. Plug into this opportunity and see the amazing things that await you. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time. God bless you.